Welcome to Daily Impulse. Here we talk about motivation, inspiration, and historical figures. In the world of motivation and self-help, no one has been more influential than Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie was an American writer, lecturer, and developer of courses in self-improvement, salesmanship, corporate training, public speaking, and interpersonal skills. Long before the internet, Dale Carnegie pioneered the art of self-help, salesmanship, and motivation. His self-help seminars were so popular that they culminated in the publishing of his most famous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, which to this day is one of the most recommended non-fiction books in the world. But it wasn't easy for Carnegie to reach the top. Let's learn about the life story of Dale Carnegie. Dale Breckenridge Carnegie was born on a farm on November 24, 1888 in Maryville, Missouri. His parents, James William and Amanda Elizabeth Carnegie, were impoverished farmers. The family was in debt, and as a young boy, Dale had to get up at 4 a.m. to feed the pigs and milk his parents' cows before going to school. He became interested in public speaking at a young age, joining the school's debate team and attending Chautauqua assemblies and events which brought entertainment to rural communities and featured popular speakers, musicians, and preachers. Carnegie was unskilled in athletics, but he soon learned that he could still make friends and earn respect because he had a way with words. When Carnegie was in middle school, his family moved to Warrensburg, Missouri. After high school, Dale attended State Teachers College in Warrensburg. After graduating, he got his first sales job selling correspondence courses to ranchers. He moved on to selling bacon, soap, and lard for Arman & Company. He was so successful in selling that his sales territory of South Omaha, Nebraska became the national leader for the farm. Once he'd managed to save up $500, Carnegie quit his job in 1911 and moved to New York to become an actor. But he quickly realized that theater life was not for him. So once the traveling show he was working on wrapped, he got out of acting and started living in a YMCA in New York City. Short on money and opportunities, Carnegie still possessed his self-belief and dream of how he was going to make his mark on the world. It was then that he had an idea. He recalled how his fellow students had offered to pay him to teach them public speaking. So he persuaded the YMCA manager to allow him to instruct a public speaking class in return for 80% of the net proceeds. In the middle of his first session, he ran out of material. Improvising, he suggested that students speak about something that made them angry, and discovered that the technique made speakers unafraid to address a public audience. Although the same technique was known since ancient philosophical schools and has been widely used in group therapy, but Dale Carnegie developed his own approach. He quickly became a successful teacher in capitalizing on the average American's desire to have more self-confidence. The classes were an instant hit. Within 2 years, he had left the YMCA and opened up his own academy, making about $500 every week. In 1913, he published his first book, Public Speaking and Influencing Men of Business, using it as a textbook for his courses. After the book came out, Carnegie changed its name from its original spelling Carnegie to Carnegie, a marketing ploy to associate himself with steel magnate Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men in the world. In 1936, Carnegie published How to Win Friends and Influence People. Despite its modest initial print run of 5,000 copies, the book became a huge bestseller, selling nearly 5 million copies during his lifetime while being translated into every major language. Carnegie's influence can still be felt to this day, not only from the impact of his most famous book, but his influence on the world of self-help and non-fiction book publishing. By the time of his death in 1955, an estimated 450,000 people had taken his classes across the globe. His book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, has helped millions worldwide. Dale Carnegie has truly been an influential figure in history. If you want more videos like this, keep your eyes on Daily Impulse.